here. Welcome back to the John Nolan Show on AM 1500, The Team. And how you doing, everybody? Hope you are getting into your weekend groove, because that's what we like. We like to get you slowly into that weekend groove, because that's what we do here. Yep. And then, of course, map out a great weekend with friends and family. Make sure you got the plans, and if you don't, we'll tell you what to do, because there's all kinds of things happening on the weekend. And so we're here to tell you, direct you, nudge you, give you a little bit of that info so we can tell you what is going on, and you can check it out if you don't have plans, because that's what we do here. We like to think we help you with your social life. Well, up next, we are going to introduce you to a couple people who know a little bit about, well, entertainment, theater, you name it. These guys, they're into it. We say right now, John Nolan aloha to Garrick Paikai, and a big mahalo to Tony Pisculi of Smashbox Theater. And aloha, Garrick.
How's it? How you doing?
How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. You know, me and Jordan over here. We just came by. You know, thought we'd hang out, a little bit. You know, hang out with you, man.
Absolutely, bro. It's Aloha Friday. We're just hanging out. Also, aloha to Jordan. Say your last name, Jordan.
Savusa.
Okay, so I don't butcher it.
It's all right. You wouldn't be the first.
Yeah, you wouldn't be the first. What is Savusa?
That's Samoan.
Samoan. Okay.
Yep.
Malo, then.
No, Malo is Jordan.
Malo, bro.
Malo.
You brought the fa'i. Right, if you brought the fa'i, then the paki is on, bro. That's what we say here.
I got hungry in the Soli Mobile.
Yeah, exactly. By the way,
hungry in the car.
I was grinding on the way over. I had my fa'i, had my
ulu.
My ulu. Got my ulu. Got my pisupo. Oh, bro, how's that? You know, going into college and being like the only non-Samoan, that's how you know that I hung out with Samoans, bro. My best friends in college, and everybody had a natural except me. You know, by the time I was at my friend's house, in Northern California, and, people would walk in and go, who's this guy? Okay, Samoan, and then they look at me like, who the heck is this guy?
What is that?
What is that? How come where's his natural? How come where's his lava? How come he's not wearing his lava?
Yeah, that takes me back when I was in Western Oregon.
Yeah, exactly. So how you guys doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing great.
Yeah, terrific. Yeah. Traffic was light.
Yeah.
Oh, which is a good thing, as Martha Stewart would say. So tell us a little bit about, for people that don't know, because Garrick, if you've seen Garrick around, you've seen Jordan. These guys do all kinds of things, improv, and in fact, you know what? I think the last time I saw you, and that was really, well, it was a celebration of life when Andy Blumenthal's brother Ray passed away.
Yeah, Ray.
And everybody went to the Diamond Head Theater. And I was there. The place was packed, and it was a great thing. I mean, it was sad because everybody that knew Ray Blumenthal was just, I was bummed. I knew Ray for many years, and I know Andrew, and of course, but it was a great thing. It was a celebration.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I look at Ray Blumenthal as one of the mentors, that really got me started in the improv business, and basically what he taught me on Mental Tilapia, the short-lived OC16 TV show, was tremendous, and it actually got me to this next level where I'm doing shows across the country now in like Chicago, Seattle, Los Angeles.
And you know what? To be able to do that, and let's talk a little bit about it, because you guys do improv with a group called Loose Screws, and now On the Spot, and it's one of these things where you need a development ground, like you said, and that was a great thing about Ray and everybody, to develop a place and where you guys could go to do that. Because if no one does it, it doesn't happen.
Right.
And so that was the great thing about Ray. You guys were forging new ground, man. And talk a little bit about that, because
I know there's been a Hawaii improv scene for a really, really long time, but there's really no recognition other than the group Loose Screws, who've been doing it for, I think they're going on to 15, 16 years now, but they didn't have that recognition. And for those of you who don't know what improv is, basically, you just it's a bunch of actors who go up on stage and they make everything up based off of the audience suggestion. So we had something like that for a little while, and then it took somebody like Ray Bumathai to say, "Hey, everybody, start noticing that these guys are, these guys got talent and whatnot." So
and it evolved over the years.
It did. It totally evolved, and it evolved into multiple groups now. There's Loose Screws, still going on strong, and On the Spot, which is mine and Jordan's group. And we perform regularly now, and it's all based off of Ray Bumathai's influence.
A little bit how you got involved in this thing, Jordan. Talk a little bit about how this came up, because I'll tell you, to get up in something like that takes a lot of cojones, bro. It really does. I mean, till you feel to the point where you can do that, and when do you get to that point? It's like,
Oh, I had been interested in doing improv comedy for a long time, ever since I was watching on Whose Line Is It Anyway on Comedy Central. And when I started realizing that there was a improv scene in Hawaii, and I really went out there to look for people who are interested just like me, and that's when I met Garrick. I also started working with an improv group at UH, at first called Improv This, where we do...
Hey, improv this!
It's not as creative as we'd want it to be, but it gets to the point. So I started working with them, and then with Garrick, and then with R. Kevin Doyle with Loose Screws, and eventually I found my way into On the Spot.
I mean, when you go back, I mean, I'm an old bugger, so, when you first see it, I mean, when all the way back from college, and then, of course, the original group, if people don't, some of the people that don't know out there, the original on the national scene for Saturday Night Live, all started in the Groundlings out of Chicago, and of course, all that talent that came from Canada, and it was just an influx of back then of all that talent, and then they created Saturday Night Live, and it was often, as they say, the rest is history for some of the great talent that started off. So many names that go on and on.
Well,
John,
we also
John Belushi and
local talent too. We had Booga Booga down here.
Yeah,
and if there's anybody that influenced
the
On the
local
Spot
version of that.
Yeah, exactly. It was definitely Booga Booga.
Which I tell you, when I was a kid, I went to go to Territorial Tavern, and I'll tell you, it was great. It was downtown at the end of Bishop Street, and literally I snuck in because I wasn't even 18 at the time, and watched Booga Booga do local Kanaka improv, which they were the cutting edge back then.
Yeah.
James Grant Benton, Edward Callahan, of course, the incredible rap replinger who started it, who just the three of them made magic.
Yeah, they did. They totally did. And, I'm proud to say that we're kind of carrying on that legacy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you guys are doing. You really are. And you are, kind of been given that baton and the torch to carry on, because we got to keep it going on, especially with local humor, Kanaka humor. Because that's part of this culture, right? And that's great. It's just great. So a little bit about this you got a one-man show coming up, road trip coming up?
Actually, I actually toured that in the mainland. I just came back from the touring road trip in Seattle. The last place I went to was Seattle.
And tell us a little bit about what it was called and what...
Well, a road trip is basically my homage to Bob Hope and Bing Crosby's road trips. Those movies back then, and it's just me playing all the parts in front of an audience and totally making that up. So really scary. Like over here at home, I got a fan base,
Right, you got a feel at local people.
Right.
On the road,
I go to the mainland.
Hello,
totally
is this thing working? Hello.
Fortunately, they ate it up. They really enjoyed the show. So
well, let's put it this way: if there are local people, which there are on the West Coast, like we all know, that's the great thing, yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Can you guys stick around for a little bit more?
Yeah, sure can, man.
Man, we are talking comedy, we are talking improv, we're talking Loose Screws, On the Spot. We're talking all kinds of stuff with Garrick Paikai and Jordan Savusa. So stick around, because we can talk some more, because that's what we're going to do. Why? Because we can. That's why.
Can.
I love the music.
Yeah, in honor.
That takes me back to elementary.
Exactly. Jordan, give me a little salute here.
I would, but I might break something.
Yeah.